go? We're good to go. We're at the warm-up section. It's almost in the green. I want you to call clearance delivery. We have information Foxtrot. We want a departure to the southeast.
Long Island clearance, helicopter 8536 Yankee.
Helicopter 8536 Yankee, Long Island clearance.
36 Yankee at AMP with information Foxtrot, looking for a departure southeast at or below 1400.
Helicopter 8536 Yankee on departure, fly sign heading, maintain at or below 1,400 to advise. Departure frequency will be with tower, 119.3, squawk 4343.
36 Yankee, squawking 4343, we'll contact tower for departure, and we'll fly sign heading. Screwed that up.
That's alright. It's on assigned heading at or below
36 Yankee, just verify at or below 1,419.3 protect. Have a good day.
36 Yankee on departure, assigned heading at or below 1400, tower for taxi. 36 Yankee.
Thank you.
Alright, so that's alright. It's alright. He was saying at or below, assigned heading, blah blah blah. So, good. And they gave us the tower for taxi today, which is great. Good. And it's all warmed up now, so let's continue on with the checklist.
To the mag drop.
Okay, let's get a little more RPMs on it so we can see them drop. Something right there. We're looking for 7%, less than 7% in 2 seconds.
Good morning, clearance.
Looks good. Do the car beat.
Okay, check the car beat, full on. Moving up, full down. Okay.
Alright, Sprag clutch.
Alright, let's get the RPMs at about 80%, maybe a little bit higher, and we'll roll it off. Good. Barely saw a split there, let's go a little bit higher. There you go. Nice split, engine's idling. Good. Alright, keep it at 75. What's next on the list?
Check the doors, and the limit map chart.
Alright, what's the limit map chart? Oh, beautiful. That's nice. Okay, so we're the one in the middle, the Alpha.
Yep, this is straight out of the POH.
Great. Good, so I mean, it's above freezing, so we can go in between 0 and 20, but closer to the 0. And it looks like just above 23 inches. So we put whatever we can on takeoff, and or whatever, whatever we need just to stay in the hover, and then not too much more than 23 in a straight and level flight. Alright.
Alright, the frictions are going to come off now. Alright, friction's off.
Alright.
Increase the governor.
Okay, so governor coming on.
Rolling on.
Rolling on. We're just guarding the throttle to make sure it doesn't go above 100. Very good.
We'll hold short of 33 left, 6 off 6.
Lights are out, gauges are green, fuel is good. And we will check the horn. And that's it. So it's a good note. We're still at flat pitch, but we're at 104% RPM. Carb went down to the yellow line. So what I would do, I would just put like maybe an inch of carb on, and just monitor that. All right, let's pick it up. We'll taxi over.
You want me to do it?
You got it. The first pickup of the flight, you're heaviest with fuel, so you know you're going to need a little bit more power. So nice and gentle as you get up to the topper of the, into the yellow arc of the manifold pressure. Eyes outside. Very nice. Nice level. Left pedal here. More left pedal. Okay, a little bit slower. Just pull it back just a nudge.
Wisconsin 3896, left at Bravo 1. Bravo, Charlie.
Keep us over the center line.
Bravo, Charlie.
So we're on with the tower, so all we need to tell them is Long Island Tower, helicopter 8536 Yankee at Whiskey Taxiway for the Whiskey Pad.
You want to tell them that?
Yeah, you want me to do it?
Yeah.
Long Island Tower, helicopter 8536 Yankee at the Whiskey Taxiway for the Whiskey Pad.
Helicopter 8536 Yankee, Long Island Tower, taxi out to Whiskey Pad, advise ready.
Taxi to Whiskey Pad and advise when ready, 36 Yankee. The helicopter is an extension of you, so make it do what you want it to do. Keep the collective in, no need to play around with that too much. Just use the cyclic and the pedals. So this is normal to put a little bit of left pedal here, because the right crosswind is the hardest for the helicopter to do. So it really plays around. So if you have the room, for example, here in the taxiway area, use it. So nose is into the wind, all right? So you don't actually have to taxi with right crosswind. Let's do a full 360 here, nice and slow to the left, just to make sure the whole area is clear.
That's Kodiak 723.
Yes, sir. Info Kodiak 723 is along the north shore doing
Good job.
survey. We're one.
Carpeet's looking good. So what we'll do,
We'll be up here about another transition airspace over to the south shore.
we're going to use the taxiway to our right to get our speed when we take off, and we'll turn left into the wind. Use the wind, climb out, and then we'll turn base and downwind. We'll go southeast all the way down to Smith Point.
Kodiak 723, squawk 4346.
Nice and loose on the pedals here, good. Lights are out, gauges are green, let them know. 36 Yankee, ready for departure.
36 Yankee, ready for departure.
Helicopter 8536 Yankee, wind 310 at 17 from the West Pad, clear for takeoff, on course southeast.
36 Yankee, roger, left turn to the southeast.
Kodiak 723, radar contact the altitude.
Kodiak 723 is at 650.
Good, start a left turn climb here, so we don't cross the active runway. And we're into the wind, you could feel it. It's just shooting up right now. All right, I'm going for the trim. There you go. Okay, keep the climb going. So pull about 23.
Setting, please.
Altimeter 2972.
Thank you.
Kodiak 723, information spots right now, current wind.
All right, that's a good altitude. All right, let's go ahead and turn base, and then we can do a relatively quick downwind turn. We don't want to fly too much or directly over the airport, a little bit south of it, and we'll head towards Smith Point. We'll fly around Fire Island. We'll play around with those autos a little bit.
Sounds good.
And it was actually in my plan today to get you on 180 autos. If I liked your straight-in autos, we're going to start doing 180s, but we'll talk about that a little bit later.
Alright. And I also read in the training handbook about the governor failure and stuff like that.
36 Yankee, radar contact the altitude.
Is that 1500?
36 Yankees at 600.
600.
Skyhawk 5312.
So you're really going to feel it here if we keep it at this altitude. When we fly 65 knots with freaking 20 knots on our wind, we're going more like 90 miles an hour on the ground.
Yeah, it looks much faster.
And then if we had to come back this way,
Mike on the west side, ready to taxi.
if we had to come back this way, it would take us that much longer. If we're flying 70, it's actually, we're moving 50. That's the difference between airspeed and ground speed.
10, cross runway 24.
Next runway 33, whiskey, cross runway 24.
Good, so if we're in flight, what did it say about a governor failure in flight?
I didn't read what to do. I read that that's something that we would go over, that we would train on.
Yeah. We can fly this helicopter without the governor. Robinson said, don't ever fly it unless the governor's working, which means it has to work while we're on the ground. But if you take off and it fails, because it is a machine and it could fail, you got to fly it manually now, which means that when you raise collective, you're going to have to roll on throttle because the engine's going to want to bog down. When you lower collective, the engine's going to want to shoot up, so you got to roll off throttle. And so it's like this sort of movement, rolling on as you raise and rolling off as you lower. Now this collective has a correlator, and in Robinson's they're pretty good. It's just, it depends, how it is. You just got to do whatever you got to do to keep it in the green. That's pretty much how it goes. Good, let's go a little bit higher, maybe 800 feet. And you can see we're
Cruising.
we're clipping along pretty fast. What we'll do is we'll go along the Great South Bay shore, and we'll turn around at Smith Point, and we'll play around Fire Island. We'll do a bunch of autos. We can play around with our altitude up there, and you can see how when this thing is in an auto, you can fly it just like it's not in an auto. In fact, when it's in an auto rotation, you can't get a low G either.
Yeah. Except for that initial collective down.
Right, but once you're in the auto, since the airflow is coming from above, there's always going to be load on the rotor disc. Do you remember the main rotor, tail rotor, main rotor chip lights and what they require to do?
Yes.
All right, let's go. Main rotor temperature came on. Nothing else is wrong with the helicopter.
Land as soon as practical.
So in this case, if the light came on, what would you do?
Turn right around, head back to the airport.
All right, main rotor temperature comes on, and you feel